Well, I think that practicing as an employee and not independently um, can lead to a compromise in your ethics. It can really be unethical to work for an employer. I think that therapists, behavioral health counselors, clinicians in the mental health sphere um, need to practice a level of autonomy, and they need to practice how they want with who they want to serve at the highest level of their capacity. When you're employed um, for a salary or whatever, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be monetarily valued, okay? Um, Financial health is just as important as mental health. The two go hand in hand. And if you're not embodying that kind of financial health, that's a problem. And when you work for an employer, that's also compromised, right? When you work for an employer, you might feel productivity pressures to focus on um, quantity over quality, right? Your clinical autonomy is limited. You might be pressured to use certain treatment models with certain um, clients that don't align with your values as a therapist or counselor or social worker. Um, Many times, therapists have conflicts of interest with their employers. They just don't align with their values. And Luke, the therapist dog, totally agrees. Look at him. Um, so, if you want more of to practice with that autonomy, right? Employers sometimes aren't sensitive to diversity themselves, So why is the gig economy, why is working independently better, right? You have that freedom, you have that autonomy, you have that flexibility. You, as a behavioral health clinician, therapist, helper of others, need to be able to, so, to some capacity, self-govern, grow yourself. If you can't grow in the container of your employer, that's best done as an independent therapist. I want to pursue certain modalities and learn certain things. I want to practice holistically. Maybe a employer doesn't value that because their insurance-based criteria won't get them paid. So going off independently uh, is the best way to grow individually. And if you're not growing as a therapist, you really can't help your clients grow. You need to walk the walk. So the gig economy, we're serving independently, whether that's in a box, in your own private practice, or under the umbrella and safety of a group practice that gives you that freedom to be a practice within a practice. It's really important that you be you, serve your values, and pass those, and a lot that as they align with with your clients. So when you're employed, you can be pressured. So there's other ways to gain financial health as a therapist, as a counselor, as a social worker, and I encourage everybody to pursue that, because serving a master that doesn't align to your values, beliefs, and ethics is not going to serve your clients.